Main menu.
Welcome to Redfield Blog. My name is Speedcube, and today we're going to be starting a new playthrough of Ghostship Aftermath, a roguelike indie survival horror set on board a derelict spaceship. So I really enjoy this game, and it's had some mixed reviews because it is indie, it is a bit glitchy, but what I love about it is its random narrative. No two playthroughs of this game are the same. So for those not familiar with a roguelike game, death is permanent for one thing. But each time you play it, although items are generally in the same place, the layout of the spaceship is the same, it's completely open world, and events that happen on the spaceship are different each time you play it. So it's quite tricky to game this. It's difficult to learn monster strategy, because you just don't necessarily know where they're going to be. But there are certain things that do tend to happen more often than not that you can learn. So let's see how this one goes.
Comms check. 1, 2, 3. Comms online. Your suit is now powering up. Stand by. I want this to go smooth and by the numbers. Everything by the book. Remember, we're not here to search for survivors. We need to find out what happened, do the job, and get the fuck out of here. To be honest, I don't like this, Jake. Be careful in there. I can't believe the CDF High Command gave us 2 clips each for the plasma pistols. So I smuggled some more ammo. We don't have a clue what you could bump into in there. There are some extra clips for your pistol over by the toilet.
Okay, so this is good. For this scenario, we're starting off with a gun. Sometimes we don't start off with a gun. And sometimes our partner Dave over there will have a gun and not give it to us, even though we're the ones boarding the spaceship. We've got 6 clips to start off with. "97 minutes of oxygen as well, and we guess we can run out of oxygen.
Walk into the airlock. Activating the airlock. The airlock is activated. Decompression in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Decompressing the airlock.
It is incredibly dark on board as well. We do have a flashlight, but it runs out and you can't recharge it. Oxygen you can recharge.
Out airlock opening. That's the Goliath. Step onto the ramp and let's get this show on the road. Right, you know the drill. This is like our 12th time out now. Our first job is to get the ship up and running. Then we can retrieve some logs and try to gather as much info as we can. Then we can get the fuck out of here and be on our way home. If shit hits the fan, you know what to do. Get back here. To be honest, that ship gives me the creeps. And I don't get a good feeling about this one, Jake. Remember, we're expendable. We should know that by now. No unnecessary risks. We do the job, we go home and get paid.
So this game is really quite quote-unquote open world. You can explore the entire spaceship if you want to. You don't necessarily have to follow the objectives. There are some doors that are locked down for gameplay purposes. For example, you might need to find the code, but generally you can go wherever you want to. And it is big, and I mean big. There are actual objectives that you need to complete in order to reach the end of the game, and I'm telling you now, I have not done it, because this game is hard. Couple of hits from a monster, and you could be down. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's more or less that. Most of the game takes place in operations, which is one of 4 sections of the ship, or I should say most of the game that I've played, because I've not completed it.
You're there. Step off the ramp and move towards the door. You're done. Everything is 5 by 5. Proceed when you are ready. Right, you're in. I'm closing the airlock behind you. Stand by.
It is hard, it is difficult, but each time I play it, I'm starting to learn certain tactics, and for those random encounters that we do get, I'm starting to learn how they work. So I'm not necessarily going to complete it on this playthrough, but I intend to keep playing it until I do. So you can follow me on this journey as we go through and try and beat the game.
What the? Power coming online? Gravity coming online? Somebody just started up the ship. Be careful. You are not alone. Go to Deck 2, Operations. That's where Command HQ is located. And be careful.
Okay, so sometimes we come in here and the power is off, the gravity is... there's no gravity. On this run, it seems that somebody's also on board. I don't know who, and they've turned the power back on as well, so we'll have to see how that plays out. So that stutter you heard there, that gadung sound, is me walking over debris on the ship. This game does not handle walking over items very well.
You need to head to Operations. I'm activating the hydraulics now. Closing door. Compartment is pressurizing. Hang on.
So once we go through this door, if we see a rifle on the ground, it normally means we're about to run into some zombies, so we'll need to run and pick it up quickly.
This is the operations section of the ship. This is where all the main ship systems are. For things
Okay,
like
I see, yeah,
bridge,
you can hear them now
medical,
coming.
command
Okay,
HQ.
so that's new.
That's an SMG. It's your new best friend.
So normally if you run, you can pick up the rifle and get to the stairwell before the zombies actually start attacking. It also sounds like there's a bug nearby as well. Yep, there it is. So, as you can see, monsters move really quickly, even the zombies, and they can be really hard to hit. We've already lost 15 hit points. So I've not actually encountered that sort of scenario before. If the rifle is there, normally you can run and pick it up and get to the stairwell before the zombies come along. I'm going to go and just explore down here first, because the storeroom to the left normally has the laser rifle as backup. It's not a great weapon, but worth having it all the same. And the storeroom to the right, but now behind us, can sometimes have some armor in it. We're going to need that armor. So this room is almost always, I say almost always, I should say this room is always devoid of enemies. I've never ever encountered monsters in this room.
A working laser pistol. Great. Just what the doctor ordered.
So that's a laser pistol. It's absolutely rubbish, but if it runs out, it will recharge over time. So it's worth having it just in case, because ammo is really scarce in this game. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. I can't actually move at all. This is frustrating, because this game is a great game. Absolutely great game. You know, you've got an entire... we're free. So, it's a great game let down by little bugs like that. And I wish they would patch it. The developers, Mag Studios, they have updated the game several years ago to version 1.7, which is what we're playing now. They have fixed a lot of the issues, both graphical and gameplay-wise, for what came out at release. But it's still not It's still not perfect.
One of the storerooms. Take a look around.
Okay, so we can hear the zombies. Here they come. So, turning on that flashlight, because it's very dark in here and I want to be able to see them. Let's get by the door, just in case we need to do a runner. Always check behind us to make sure there's nothing boxing us in. We need to get headshots. Zombies are immune unless you get them in the head. So fortunately this guy's stuck on a barrel. He's not going to get any closer. Oh, he is now. Said that too soon. There's another stutter there. I think in most games normally you would just climb over the scenery, but with this one you kind of jump up and down a bit. Quite distracting. So there it is, I can see it. There's the sort of glowing, looks like an electrical spark or something. That's actually armor. So I've already used up a couple of clips, and the way guns work in this game is, unlike most first-person shooters where if you reload the ammo that you need to fill up your clip. This one will actually eject what's left of your current clip and put in a fresh one. So it forces you to kind of think, do I want to actually reload to full now, or do I want to wait until I run out of ammo? But this one is just not going down. I think what's happening is his head is actually clipping through the glass there, which means we can't take him out from inside. No, he's not going down. I'm not going to bother. He looks like he's actually stuck. So I want to see if I can reach that without him coming to aggro me. Okay, we'll just take him out because he's shambling over to us. I think the others are stuck, so we're just gonna... Yeah, he's stuck. Okay, so we're gonna go and pick this up. So now we've got that blue kind of lifeline on our HUD. That means we've got armor, and we will take significantly less damage from each monster attack until that disappears. But I have used a couple of clips up of the SMG. So we'll pick up this medkit now, because I don't know when or if I'll be coming back to this storeroom. Now we're going to make our way up to operations. There is another long corridor in this area that goes to the stasis rooms, which I have no idea what they're for. Generally, if I walk down there, I get cornered by several bugs. Not the graphical gameplay ones, I mean actual bugs, insects. So I'm not going to bother going down there. I'm just going to make my way up the stairs to the second floor and see what's going on with ASMI. So our first objective is always to proceed to Operations Deck 2, which is where the HQ command is, and see if we can bring their computer back online, ASMI. She is the ship's AI, and sometimes ASMI will be malfunctioning, sometimes she'll work.
ASMI is located in Command HQ, which is on Deck 2, Operations. Alright, I'm hacking the door now.
Sometimes she'll come back online and prevent you from talking to Dave, so she will try and convince you that Dave is actually not who he says he is and try and turn you against him. So it can be really quite interesting how the story plays out.
This is deck 2.
So when we come out here, there is usually a group of zombies to the right, just outside. There they are. And sometimes there is the sort of faster naked zombie, whatever they're called, inside the room. So we're just going to be cautious as we check inside. I can't see or hear anything. I think we're going to be okay. So in order to trigger your encounter with ASMI, you have to turn to the left here and go to this machine.
ASMI is totally screwed. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. Right. I've just managed to get most of the doors back online. There are still a number of sections which are locked down. But without ASMI, there are certain areas of the ship we can't access. Let's proceed with our first objective. We need to get your oxygen topped up. According to the schematics, the maintenance section is on deck 7 in operation. There you will find 2 O2 replenishment systems. If they're working, you will have a permanent source of O2 while on board. So head down to deck 7 in operations, and let's see if the O2 replenishment systems are working.
Okay, so I'm just going over to the armory. Normally we need ASMI to be active to get in here, but I'm just going to check it just in case that we can get in. So we can't. In there is a stronger gun, usually just one, with a few more clips for this gun, the plasma SMG. Down on the bottom deck of operations is the oxygen replenishment system. What I don't know is if you can go down there on any scenario at any point to recharge your oxygen, or whether it has to be your active scenario. So we're going to clear it out, but before we go down there, we're going to go to the firing range just to see if there's anything in there. Sometimes we can get a better weapon, but most of the time there's nothing here. Always worth checking it because I can't hear any other monsters at this point. So here we are at the firing range. Nothing, looks like nothing over here. What's that? What's that on the ground over there? Nothing. Check out this vending machine. I got no idea what this gun is and whether you can actually get this gun in the game. It looks like a rocket launcher of some sort. I'm not aware of a rocket launcher being in the game. It's probably just there just to tease you. Okay, so we're doing good for helmet battery, for flashlight battery. I think I'm probably going to... might just end this video here, guys. So, next step will be to go to the oxygen replenishment system on the bottom of the ship. So, stay tuned, and I'll see you again in the next video, and we'll see if we survive. Till next time.